All right, so I'm very excited for us to perform this next piece for you. It's called The Raptor Rides the Whale. What does that mean? And you saw the picture of that dinosaur riding a whale with a little scuba diver. I don't know, but anyways, the piece came to be. A colleague of ours up at Bowling Green State University, Dr. Michael King, contacted me and said, "Hey, we got this really cool piece that we're commissioning, and we want to know if Jackson wants to get in on what they call the consortium, which is a few schools go together and essentially pay a composer to write a brand new piece of music." Well, of course I was excited and wanted to jump on the opportunity if we could, and then as part of being a semifinalist for that Grammy Award, the band program received a grant. And so I was like, well, what a perfect way to use that money then to buy a piece of music just for our band program that was written with them in mind. So it's a piece of music that is accessible to all levels, so we hope to in future years have all of our bands have an opportunity to perform this work. And just a few notes about it. The Raptor Rides the Whale is an aggressive driving modal work that heavily features the percussion section, utilizing multiple special effects. The piece pushes tempo boundaries while instrumentation stays well within an accessible level. Inspired by the artwork of Sterling Prentice, aka Winged Beast, that you saw on the t-shirt, and also on the picture that went out on social media and whatnot. The piece is a metaphoric manifestation of the imagined fight between these two iconic creatures. Perhaps, like a discarded chapter from a Michael Crichton novel, the outcome of this improbable rendezvous would be at best left to our imaginations. And this is his soundtrack that he offers for this weird fight and how it might play out. So I'm going to just take a minute to demonstrate some of these percussion effects for you, just so you're not alarmed, be like, what is that? Okay, but first of all, you're going to hear this really cool technique that's done with a suspended cymbal on a timpani. Go ahead, Aaron. And we also use super ball mallets, which is a fancy term for a bouncy ball on a stick. And first of all, we're going to use it on the gong. Go ahead, Caleb. And then we also use it on the bass drum. Go ahead, Ross. Dinner yet. Wonderful. And then the last instrument is called a waterphone. So when we purchased this, I'm sure Terry Gardner saw come across and be like, what is a waterphone? What is he buying? This was made possible by signing up for Kroger Community Rewards. So that helped pay for this instrument. Just wanted to help plug that. As to that E-flat clarinet, you're going to hear Danny Hong play later on Stars and Stripes. But anyways, this is an instrument that you've probably heard in some horror movies that you had no idea what it was, but it's the waterphone. Go ahead, Taylor. Ooh, spooky. All right, so listen for all those really, really cool instruments as we take our journey with our friend Raptor riding the whale. All right, this next piece has been very rewarding to work on with the group. And it came out of a very dark moment in our history, a little more recent history, but is meant to be inspiring and kind of look towards the future. Many of us might remember Columbine High School and what happened on April 20th, 1999. I personally remember being in, what was it? I think it was 6th grade in Mrs. Bowles' class, and hearing about this and just kind of wondering